Kylie at Games Unlimited, and today I want to give you an overview of King of Tokyo Dark Edition. This is a new version of King of Tokyo. We got it in a couple months back during the shutdown, so it's not something I've been able to talk about or showcase very much. But this is a limited print run. They're only printing this one time. We got quite a few copies in, but once they're gone, we probably won't be able to get more. Now, this is King of Tokyo. It's all the basics of King of Tokyo that you know, with new enhanced artwork. So instead of being more cartoony, it's got this kind of dark and gritty with neon highlights theme. I just love all the cards, a lot of the same cards from the original King of Tokyo, but completely new art to match this new theming. If you're not familiar with King of Tokyo itself, it's basically Yahtzee meets King of the Hill. Your giant kaiju monsters attacking Tokyo, and you're trying to win one of two ways. You can get points. If you get to 20 points, you win immediately, or it's possible to die in the game, and if every player is eliminated, whoever was the last man standing actually wins the game. So you really get to decide as you go through the game whether you want to go for points or whether you want to go for mayhem. You do that by rolling these dice, Yahtzee style. You get 2 re-rolls. So I might say, you know what, I'm going to go for some points right now. I got 2 1s. If I can get 3 of a kind, I get that many points. So I just got 3 1s. That would get me 1 point. If I got 3 2s, I get 2 points, etc. Now, something new to this version of the game is that, generally speaking, no one wants to roll 3 1s. It's only 1 point. You'd rather go for 3 3s. But in this version, you have what's called the Wickedness track. So your monster, if you roll 3 1s, you get to move up 2 spaces on the Wickedness track. And if you roll 3 2s, you get to move up 1 space. Once you get here, you get a special ability. So in this case, the monster would become devious. They get an extra die roll. So they get 3 re-rolls during their turn. And then it's going to unlock a new ability for the next person that gets there. As you move up, you get even better tokens, like the Cyber Brain, which gives you an extra die. So you actually roll 7 dice on your turn. Get all the way to the top, you get this antimatter beam that doubles your claws. I haven't talked about claws. The claws that you roll let you do damage to the other players. So if I had rolled this, I get to do 2 damage to the other players. If I had the antimatter beam, it would actually be 4 damage to the other players. So you're rolling dice, you're getting points. The titular part of the game, the Tokyo part, happens when the first person that rolls claws goes into Tokyo. Being in Tokyo is awesome. You get a point for going into Tokyo, and you get 2 points every turn that you start in Tokyo. So if you stay in Tokyo, all the other players take a turn, comes back to you and you're still in Tokyo, you get 2 points. That's the benefit to being in Tokyo. Plus, you damage all the other monsters. If you're in Tokyo and I rolled 2 claws, I do 2 damage to every other monster. It's great. There's a downside, 2 of them actually. One, people who aren't in Tokyo, when they roll claws, they damage the person in Tokyo. So you're a bit of a target when you're in Tokyo. And secondly, the other part of this die is the hearts. You can use that to heal yourself. You start the game with 10 hit points. As you go down, you're going to roll hearts to heal back up. If you're in Tokyo, you cannot use hearts to heal yourself. So that's the King of the Hill side of the game. It makes for some very interesting decisions. As soon as someone does damage to you when you're in Tokyo, you can choose to leave Tokyo and they would go in. You can lick your wounds that way. And the last part of the game are these lightning bolts, these energy, which have been replaced. Instead of cubes, they have these nice custom energy tokens that you'll grab. And you can collect these in order to buy special abilities, like this acid attack. It costs 6, but you get to add a claw to all of your rolls. So all of your rolls are considered to have 1 extra claw on them. So those are just things that are going to make the game interesting, spice it up every time. Wonderful game. It's been out for, I want to say 7 or 8 years now, designed by Richard Garfield, who designed Magic the Gathering and Keyforge and a ton of other things. This is one of his best. So I would highly recommend, if you haven't played King of Tokyo, the Dark Edition is a great way to come on board. Even if you have King of Tokyo, you want to spice it up with some new artwork and this Wickedness track. Oh, I didn't mention that these Wickedness cards are double-sided. So there's actually a whole different layer of special abilities you can use, or you can mix them up. So it's a great game. Get it while we have it. I'm going to put a link below to our web store so you can pick it up for curbside pickup. Once they're gone, they're gone. So definitely check out King of Tokyo. I'm Kylie at Games Unlimited. As always, go play some games.